we don't miss a beat.
How'd the quarterback battle go today?
It went well. First day, and having all the guys out here. Jared had to leave a little early. He have a class, and as he's in a master's program for business, so he had to get out here a little earlier than we would have liked. But all classes conclude at the end of this week on Thursday, and it'll allow us to continue to have that competition group.
How does Jared throw the ball? How, the mechanics and I know you have some good stats, obviously.
Yeah, he's fundamentally sound. He's a powerful man, and he understands how to transfer weight from the ground through his hips and to deliver a ball with accuracy. And so we like his throwing ability.
Do you have a date when you'd like to make that announcement of who your starter quarterback is going to be?
I do not.
You got to go in pads today. How do you like the physicality of this team?
You know what? It's we teach him all the time that we practice one way, full speed. And so what happens is you try to mirror the National Football League, and we tell them practice like young pros, because in the NFL, whether there's just helmets or just shoulder pads and helmets or full pads, they practice fast all the time, but they take care of each other, that they have body control, people don't trip over each other or hit each other. We protect the team, and so our team, whether we've been in full pads or just helmets, have practiced at a tempo that allowed us to be at our very best. The only difference is without pants on, you're a little more conscientious to stay on your feet. But it's feet, hand, and when we put it all on, little hat action that comes into play. So it hasn't changed our tempo or our aggressiveness of how we practice.
Anybody in particular stand out today, Coach, in the first day with pads?
You know what? I got so many notes and so many different things. I'll have to look at the practice film. I thought we did some good things early on in practice, starting with our birdcage drill and going into special teams, then individual, subgroup, and then, of course, our team group as well. And so certain guys sparked at certain spots, and then there were times when they needed to be able to do the things that their coach is asking them to do. And we're not there yet. We're still working on to get into that spot. Post game, you talk to the coaches, the coordinators, and I ask them, how do we look defensively? We need to be able to finish. Talk to the offensive coordinator, how do we look? We need to be attention to detail. Talk to the special team coordinator. We need to do the little things better. And so all of those things are marks of a championship team. We have the potential to be there, but we're not there yet, so we need to continue to improve on those things.
Is the birdcage, is that something that you would see in every college training camp, or is that something that's indicative of your training style?
No, there's quite a few. I didn't make it up. I inherited it from places I've been over time. But I do think a lot of teams use it. We use it because it's the core of what we do. It's fundamental football. It's leverage, it's hand and hat placement, and finishing a play. And so it's the core of what we do in everyday football at every position group, playing with leverage and power angles and the things that are necessary to be successful in a play.
As far as the offense goes, are you kind of easing into it, Frank? Are you kind of phasing it in? And by the end of this week, both offensive and defensive, where would you like to be at the end of this week?
We're right where we want to be. There's the initial part of it is just an installation, phases of it, run game, pass game, or front stunts and coverages and blitz packages. And then as we get further down the line, we'll have an emphasis in with field awareness, and whether it's coming out, whether it's freewheeling zone, red zone, tight zone, all of those things. And so each day that we practice, there's a different emphasis of the day. And we'll continue to do those things to put us in position to compile every scenario that we would need for a game situation.
What was the emphasis today?
The first and second down.
Okay.
Frank, trying to rebuild some confidence in that offensive line. Obviously, they had some struggles with the youth last year. How do you get those guys to grow up, and what's your task during the course of training camp to try and get these guys better than what they were last year?
Yeah, I think one of the things that that's obvious to any of us, we have to be better protecting the quarterback on third down or passing situations in general. And one of the things that help them understand that is to be able to articulate it to them and then allow them to regurgitate it back to you, and then get them on a practice field in the classroom, then on a practice field in a walking format where they understand what to do, then to do it as a unit, and then to do it against a defense with live bullets. We're doing those things necessary in all phases to allow us to be able to protect our quarterback better. With that, they get more confidence because they understand now what to do.
It's more of a walk before you run kind of
Correct.
philosophy.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, also too, you know, as far as Ronnie coming in, Ronnie Feast, obviously a guy with some experience. How important is he going to be to try and build some continuity in your defense?
I think he's very important. I think he's a part of a unit, a linebacker unit, a defensive unit that will flourish. You know, I like our linebackers. I think we have quality young men there. You know, we like Josiah, we like Marcus Curry, we like Lakel Bass, we like our other two